The beetles are the most successful animal. Wait a minute. No, get them out of here, not those beetles. Beetles with the 2 E's. Alright, thank you. Beetles are perhaps the most successful animals on Earth, with nearly 500,000 described species and an estimated 1.5 million in total. Every 4th animal we know about is a beetle. They go back 300 million years and easily survived every major extinction. The secret to their success is their wing covers, the elytra. They protect their much softer abdomen and hind wings with which they fly. Ultimately, this allowed them to spread to almost every part of the globe. The elytron is also the basis for the beetle's scientific name, Coleoptera, which means sheath wing. Beetles are incredibly diverse. They range from tiny featherwing beetles less than a millimeter long to the Hercules beetle as long as 18 centimeters. Notable families of beetles are fireflies, known for their bioluminescent glowing abdomens to attract mates, tiger beetles, one of the quickest insects on land and highly predatory, lady beetles, which are gardeners' favorites for devouring aphids and other pests, stag beetles, whose males carry huge antler-like jaws, jewel beetles that are brilliantly iridescent, longhorn beetles, which have long antennae and whose larvae tunnel into trees, weevils that are instantly recognizable by their snouts, diving beetles, aquatic predators that carry air bubbles under their wing covers, ironclad beetles, which have the hardest exoskeleton of any arthropod and can survive being run over by a car, skin beetles, including the Dermestes species used in museums to clean skeletons, ground beetles, which are voracious nocturnal predators, but also include the bombardier beetles, which eject hot chemicals in bursts, and finally scarabs. This is a vast family that includes dung beetles, which bury feces to feed their young, and the sacred scarab that ancient Egyptians revered. It includes rhinoceros beetles that can lift objects up to 850 times their weight, and giants like the Hercules and Goliath beetles. You can also find these visually striking species around the world, and as you'd expect, many come from tropical climates with abundant energy, where they evolved without the disruptions of ice ages. Beetles' mandibles are built for chewing, and that universal toolkit allows them to exploit almost every niche. Early in their evolution, though, beetles were saprophages or decomposers, feeding on decaying wood and fungi. But today, they are also herbivores, carnivores, and even parasites. When it comes to their life cycle, beetles are part of the holometabula clade, along with many other winged insects, so they go through a larval and pupal stage and achieve radical metamorphosis. To see how that works, here's an excerpt from my previous video on moths and butterflies. Nearly all of the caterpillar's body breaks down into a gel-like fluid. The nutrients from these dead cells are then used by the cells from the imaginal discs to begin building the adult body of the insect. In other words, caterpillars' bodies quite literally dissolve and then reform from the ground up. And just like moths and butterflies, beetles also spend the majority of their lives as larvae and have short adult lives, but there is more variety. Some larvae are aquatic predators. Many are relatively immobile grubs that live in soil. Some look like maggots. And while some beetles are pests, others like dung beetles save the cattle industry hundreds of millions of dollars by breaking down manure. Thanks for watching Impulse Note. Don't forget to check out impulsenote.com/taxonomy. I've made this tree of life visualization there so you can see how animals relate to each other. It's in the description, and I'll see you in the next one.